Vice President Kashim Shettima on Wednesday visited the survivors of the recent killings in Plateau State, which claimed the lives of many and left thousands displaced. Reports have it that over 150 people were killed and thousands displaced as terrorists attacked communities in Barkin Ladi and Boko's local government areas of Plateau State on Christmas Eve. In a statement by the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Media and Communications, Office of the Vice President Stanley Wokocha, the VP gave the assurance that President Bola Tinubu's administration will not rest on its oars until victims of the attacks get justice and the residents are safe. It reads, vowing vehemently that the killings on the plateau and other parts of the country must stop. The VP said, now, please accept our heartfelt condolences. Please accept our deepest apologies. We won't rest until you assess justice and until you are safe. We cannot fathom the depth of this grief beyond the experience of the bereaved. We can only offer to assuage your pain. What has happened to you is a funeral for the entire nation. The statement added that while noting that justice is the path to collective safety, unity, and healing of the nation, Shettima said, we came to power promising to uphold the sanctity of every citizen's life, and now is the time to reassure you that this inter-community violence, which has hijacked the humanity and scenery of this beautiful state over the past decades, will never persist under our watch. We will harness all our resources to bring those responsible to justice. We will not rest until we are able to prevent the occurrence of these heinous acts. However, from my notice, I see that the Vice President did not condemn the activities of the bandits or terrorists or Fulani herders, as we may call it, because we feel that there is an undertone to this. There's a kind of political support to what these guys are doing. The Vice President should have condemned the activities and called the names of these guys. Are they Fulani terrorists? Are they bandits? Are they marauders? Are they assailants? He did not condemn the activity of these people. He only focused on the victims, saying that they will not rest until they get justice. Let's start from when he was governor of Borno State and the kidnap of the Chibok girls, and a picture showing him eating with bandits, terrorists, known terrorists. Now, the same Shettima is now a vice president, going to visit these people and trying to say that they are going to give them justice without condemning the acts of the people which we believe that they have alliance with. We believe that the vice president has some kind of little support, or there's a kind of alliance he has with these bandits and terrorists. They don't want to condemn the activities. They don't want to call them by name. They don't want to say that these people are terrorists. Remember how long it took the federal government under Buhari to name these guys terrorists. There was so much resilience from the part of activists, both home and abroad. People were all calling on the federal government, these guys must be called terrorists. They had to try to change the narrative with the media. Most of the activists in the north kept quiet. Most people that were active on Twitter, other social media platforms, really were not hitting on the matter, calling these Fulani guys terrorists. How would we expect that the vice president would support a lasting peace in the plateau when we know that the Fulani has an agenda, and that agenda is to take over the lands of these guys? They have been killing. We have had more northern leaders in this country, and they could not stop the killings. We have more of the northerners in the military, more northerners in our forces, and they could not stop these killings. We heard the other time that we had a number of soldiers escorting Fulani herders, posing as a guard to them, giving them security for their cattle. This tells you a lot. There are so many things that is going underneath that we don't know about. So the president and the vice president, they should not come and tell the people of Plateau that they are going to make sure that they get justice, where we know that in Nigeria, justice is long gone. We cannot experience justice in an injustice system, a system that does not uphold the sanctity of life. All the leaders know how to do is to condemn and condemn and condemn without any action. Any permanent solution to this menace is all stories and stories. We pity for the people of the Middle Belt And we are very sure that this is going to continue in a different scale, in a different tactic. These guys, they are well organized, they orchestrate their movements, they cause mayhem and havoc, and they know that they have a certain backing of powerful forces in the north. Remember Malaifa, former ex-CBN deputy governor who worked in the central bank, when he exposed the activities of the Boko Haram, said a current governor, a sitting governor, was the leader of the Boko Haram. A sitting governor, a sitting elected governor in Nigeria as a sovereign country, is the leader of a terrorist organization. Shows you how difficult it will be to fight terrorism without taking some drastic measures like what Ghana did. Ghana had to go all out as a government to fish these guys out, send them totally out of the country. So that's what we need to do. If we are just going to condemn the actions and also felicitate with the people, we condemn has not brought any solution. And this is something that's repeated, is a repeated factor amongst leaders. When the people now want to rise up to take law into their hands, that's when you see the government having all its machineries active, go and arrest the people that defend themselves. But those guys that are causing mayhem, imagine 150 people killed, 150 people killed. This is not just chickens that are being killed, human beings are being killed, yet this will be swept under the carpet. The next time a governor will go to that state and campaign, will provide security, which they won't provide. No wonder these people were voting for Peter Obi in the last presidential elections. They were tired of the northern hypocrites, the killings, orchestrated killings by the Fulani North, supported by political leaders in the north, which are Fulani, as revealed by Malafia, even up to governors, senators, and also local government chairmen, ministers, are supporting a terrorist organization. Third most deadly terrorist organization in the world is being supported by government. So somebody says that Shettima, governors, politicians in the north are the cause of the killings, the insecurity in the north. Abacha once said that if anything like insecurity lasts for probably 24 to 48 hours, you should know that the government is involved. So the government, it lies in the government that they should find a lasting solution. If not, one day the people will rise and will not, we know their game plan. We know how they are trying to diffuse the whole matter. When the people rise, we will not listen. We'll go all out and take out these elements that are causing insecurity, killings, pains, and suffering in the lives of Nigerians. We are coming. Another report from the office of the governor, Caleb Bufwang, he revealed that it is time to pick up arms. They are not going to rest now. It is not going to be like we are going to be asking for the help of the military. Now we have to take up arms. It is high time. Because of the pressure, you can see governors are coming out to make these statements, even though for the pressure. And looking at it, Danjuma has advised that people should not wait for the army, not the police, that people should learn how to pick up arms and defend themselves. But still, we are having much more killings, despite the fact that Danjuma, a major general in the government, and also we have Gowon, who is still from Plateau State. With the intervention of all these top military officers, yet we still have the problem. So if the governor is saying that we are going to take up arms, we are not here to look at what you are going to say. We are coming to know. We want to know what the governor would do, the activeness of the governor, the actions that the governor would take, and how these actions will last for a long time, not just coming to just do one or two things, and at the end of the day, it's not sustainable. How would you empower or arm these guys, these vigilantes, so that they can be able to match these deadly terrorists that are coming to kill their people at will? How they are going to play the politics with the military, because Nigerians know and believe that the military, they are complicit in this. We know that they are bad people, but that does not stop us from saying that the military is complicit. If you cannot deal with or fish out the bad eggs amongst yourself, and these guys are committing mayhem and destroying the lives of people and making people suffer, are you expecting us not to call you out? No, we are going to call you out. The military is part of this problem. So if they are going to play politics with the military, find a way to defend themselves, like it's been done in the southeast. ESN tried to get into the bushes, despite the fact that the army will come and say, we are coming to Operation Python Dance and all that, knowing that these ESN guys, they have made up their mind to flush out Fulani headers that are causing mayhem in other places. Yet the Nigerian army, in the guise of Biafra, we are flushing out Biafra terrorists in the southeast, would want to find a way to sustain the activities of the Fulani headers. If we have a functioning military, all this will have been a thing of the past, knowing fully well that there is an agenda, and that agenda is carefully carried out by major leaders. Major Fulani leaders in the government is something to worry about. Everybody must stand up and fight for himself. Now, it's all man for himself in Nigeria. Don't wait for the police, the military to come to your aid. If not, you would be long gone. Then we will now be having the conversation whether you're going to get justice or not.